Bud Night.
It's the Bud Night. We're saved.
Yes.
Dilly dilly!
Hey everyone! Sorry I'm late. I was getting my nails done. Oh, I just remembered. I need to get some tampons. What the f-
What is going on, everybody? Wired here. I hope everyone having an excellent, wonderful Friday. And once again, we're back to talk about the controversy that is the Anheuser Busch company. Ever since they put trans activist Lord Voldemort in a position of power, their sales have been plummeting. And now we've heard from both sides of the aisle, conservatives, moderates, even some leftists have refused to buy this product and sales have been down. And we've also heard from people like The View and other liberals that say, oh, this isn't that big of a deal. Sales are only down 17% across the board, which is really not that much. But I mean, let's be real here. Your product is down this much. They are definitely panicking. We've had some exciting news come out today. Voldemort, the Dark Wizard, has actually just come out with a video on Instagram. I did a video on this a couple hours ago. Pretty much just trying to push all criticism aside and say it's all bigoted, it's all transphobic. And that is the opposite of what they want, but let's really be honest here. If you go back in time, even before the whole transition, as I guess I would term it a transition, even though it's really not a transition, because this person representing trans people has actually not transitioned. They've been acting like this their entire life. They're attention starved. They really want to be on the center spotlight. And this is part of the repercussions for this. But I'm not here to talk about this. I'm here to talk about what is going on with the company. I found this fascinating article that says Budlight sales plunge 50% at tri-state area grocery chain. Stu Leonard's over Lord Voldemort ads. Tri-state area grocery chain Stu Leonard's has seen demand for Bud Light plunge dramatically over the beer's brand's tie with Lord Voldemort, the Post has learned. The regional supermarket chains that has 8 stores in Westchester County, Long Island, Connecticut, and New Jersey have seen their Bud Light sales drop by half since Voldemort began shilling the brand on April 1st. And this is kind of what I've been saying. This, boycotts like this take a while to get steam. They already have stuff in stock. They're not immediately going to cancel their orders. But as things sit there, as distributors and bars cannot sell this product, even if they're not really on board with this boycott, which I think a lot of them are, but even if they're the wokey of the woke and they're not on board with the boycott, there's not really a whole lot they can do but not buy the product because it's not going to sell. And I think the longer this boycott goes on, the more you're going to see stuff like this happening. People are going to be canceling their orders, saying, hey, we can't sell this product. What are we going to do with it? We're not going to buy it. Meanwhile, Coors Light sales have jumped by an equal measure, nearly 50% in the past 2 weeks, according to Andrew Hollis, Stu Leonard's director of grocery. Quote, since the publicity over the trans issue, we've seen Coors Light outselling Bud Light for the first time, Hollis told the Post. As a result, Hollis is purchasing more Coors beer and less Bud Light. Of course, obviously. Supply and demand. We order what we need on a weekly basis and have been cutting back on our Bud Light orders. I think you're not the only one. Historically, Stu Leonard's has sold about 20,000 Bud Light 6-packs a year, compared with 15,000 Coors Light 6-packs. But, all of that's changing because of this individual right here. And because people are getting sick of their spaces being invaded and stuff like that. Nationwide, Bud Light sales have fizzled by 17%, with distribution volume dropping a staggering 21% in the week ended April 15th. According to data from Nielsen IQ and Bump Williams Consulting. And now, there's going to be a lot of people out there, like I said, I mentioned The View earlier, a lot of more liberal outlets saying, oh, this isn't that big of a deal, it's not that, they'll recover from this. And you know what, if the boycott does end, they might, but the money they've already lost, there is no way that they can ever get that money back. And if you think the execs aren't panicking, you are wrong. From the Daily Mail, Anheuser Busch execs held closed-door meeting with beer distributors and told them any marketing will be heavily screened before it goes public, following Dylan Mulvaney backlash. And obviously, hindsight being 2020, but that's probably what you should have done in the beginning. And we've seen this recur over and over. They tried to bring back the America First ads. They tried the Clydesdale horses. They have put people on administrative leave, which is really just code for them firing them, but they can't publicly come out and say that because then the left is going to get mad at them while the right and the moderates are already mad at them. But there is no winning right now for Bud Light. And if you're working for Miller Lite, you're working for Yingling, you're working for Coors, you got to be cracking open a cold one, sipping back, and just enjoying it. Your sales are going through the roof just because someone else's mistake. It's truly a wonderful thing. We're going to read on here a little bit. Anheuser Busch executives have promised beer distributors that going forward, marketing will be heavily screened following the Bud Light's Voldemort backlash. Boss has held a closed-door meeting with distributors in Washington, D.C. this week, where they laid out future plans and promised to spend heavily on Bud Light to salvage its public image, according to reports. And that's, I'm going to keep reading. Ben Steinman, editor of Beer's Marketers Insights, said that spending on the brand fell off a cliff last year. But Anheuser Busch execs are promising to rectify the situation, New York Post reported. Bud Light sales have fallen dramatically since the Voldemort controversy sparked April 1st, but a fresh marketing push is set to begin this week. And I would say good luck to them with that whole thing. But we saw this come out, I think about 2 weeks after the controversy. They released the patriotic ad. It had the 9/11 symbolism, the Clydesdale horses going back to American basics. They're reeling up the flag and all that stuff. And it really didn't help them at all. I actually think they got a lot. I saw some of the comments on Twitter. They're not very positive, and pretty much the sentiment is it's too little, too late. You decided to go woke. Now you're going to go broke. Now, do I think this is going to be the end of Anheuser Busch? Probably not. Because this is a humongous company, but obviously a 17% drop off in overall marketing, as much as from the last article, a 50% plunge in just about a month's time, less than a month's time, is huge. And how are they going to come back from this? I think the only way to really do it is it's going to take time. But I do also think that some people probably will come back given long enough. But I also do think that some of these customers are probably gone forever. They probably will never come back to it because some people want to stand on principle. Some people are trying to be tired of being pushed around from this movement. People get sick of this stuff. And this is like the straw that broke the camel's back. Companies expect to have a big push during the NFL draft in a bid to revive the brand in the coming days. They're going to spend more money. I'm not saying it's not going to work, but we'll see. On top of the marketing blitz, executives working for Budlight will also go through a more rigorous screening process, according to one Northeast-based beer distributor who spoke to NYP. This is a lot like, closing the barn doors after the horses have already got out. It's a little late for that, Bud Light. There will be an improved screening process before any marketing hits the public. Executives will have to go through a more rigorous screening process, which I think this is just a save face. I know they said, this didn't get approved by the top. Obviously, this had to get approved by somebody close to the top. Maybe not everybody, but this can was not made for production or sale to the general public, referring to the can. Beer business, however, has assessed the Anheuser-Busch fallout from the Voldemort drama is immaterial to the company's global financial performance. All right, and right here, you're seeing this contradiction. If it's immaterial and it doesn't matter, then why are they doing a marketing blitz? On one hand, this company is like, we got to scramble to save we are down a lot of sales. We need to figure something out. And on the other hand, you're like, well, yeah, but we're actually really fine. It doesn't really matter. I guarantee you any company who's down 70%, losing as much as 50%, probably more in certain places because they can't sell this product anymore, and it's been almost a month, they are panicking. This is not immaterial. Even a 1% drop in sales, and that, might not be something you could actually do much about, but that's going to affect the company. This is a lot bigger than that. It's proof this boycott is working. It's proof that you can exercise your voice by choosing where to put your money, speak with your wallet, and this company is scared. And until we get an apology of some sort, but I don't think that's going to happen. I really don't think that will ever happen. And until an apology comes out, even when an apology comes out, it's probably too little too late at this point. You went woke, you go broke. Anyway, that's all I got. Please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really helps out with the algorithm. I would really appreciate it. And Like I said, keep voting with your wallet. This boycott is working. It's probably the most successful boycott from moderates or conservatives in the current times. And I'm here for it. I love reporting on it. And I'm all ready to see this woke company fail. That's all I got for you. Thank you for listening this long. And I will catch you on the next one. Later.